Hey guys, happy Wednesday. It is time for a review, and this week I am coming at you with The Bear and the Nightingale by Katherine Arden. First off, I cannot say how much I love this book. I have been listening to it non-stop. And when I'm not listening to it, I am reading it in paper form, which I've been going back and forth, and oh my god. Oh my god. So this is a beautiful lyrical book. It is all about a girl named Vasya who is in her early 20s. She's living her life in northern Russia. Her father is a grand prince, and Vasya is more than a little witchy. Her grandmother was a witch who came out of the forest and enchanted her grandfather, and her father was very much in love with her mother, who died giving birth to Vasya with the claim that Vasya was going to be more like her grandmother. From the very beginning, there's tension. Vasya's father remarries a woman named Anya, and Anya is resentful of Vasya, who is about like 6 or 7 by the time that her father remarries. Anya and Vasya both have this very rare talent where they can see essentially folklore kind of creatures. There's this thing called the domovoi, which is a house protector that lives in the oven and things like this. Anya is convinced that they are demons, and Vasya just kind of accepts them for what they are. Vasya is wild and tempestuous. She wants to go out into the woods and explore, and Anya is very much different. So there is tension in the household now, and as Vasya becomes a young woman, more and more trouble comes, particularly because the King of Winter has his eye on her. This is a story that incorporates all sorts of mythology like umpirs and demons and all sorts of monsters. And it is Vasya who believes in these very genuinely, who's then at war with the kind of more traditional Orthodox Catholic religion that she also believes in. There is a monk who is really trying to kind of get at her and convince her that she's wrong. There are the village people calling her a witch, and she's left trying to save the town because their disbelief in these creatures is leading to their downfall. I really have loved this book. I've been combo shot listening to it on audio and reading it in physical form, and it's like I can't put it down. I will tell you, my house, not my bedroom, but the rest of my house has never been cleaner. There are like no dishes, nothing, because I just want to listen to this. The prose is just gorgeous. It is the kind of thing that makes you salivate. Just absolutely beautifully written. The plot is engaging, and Vasya as a character is just fantastic. Her and her father and her brothers and her stepmother are all very well developed as characters. The world that they're set in is so believable, but also really richly developed. It's very clear that there is this magical element to the world, and when you read it, there's no doubt that that is supposed to be there. That it is right for the characters, it is natural for them. And there has been so much I have loved about that. I love Vasya. She is just so strong-spirited and fantastic as a character. She's the kind of character you can't help but root for, and at the same time where you can't help but see when she's jumping headlong into something she shouldn't. There are all sorts of elements to this that are very, very clearly supposed to be developed for its time. So Vasya lives in a world where they still send their daughters to convents, and you were supposed to get married, and all of these things are things that come at her as challenges. Her father has tried to marry her off, and her wildness gets in the way of that marriage. Her stepmother tries to send her away to convent, and the gods kind of interfere. Basically, this is beautiful. I cannot tell you how much I want you to read it. Arden takes just enough time in the development of the plot. There are very few places where it feels too slow or too fast. The mythology of it is all ingrained so well and beautifully. I just cannot help but fall in love with the worlds. And you can't help but sympathize with Anya, who is so scared of the world around her and these creatures she's convinced herself are demons. You can't help but sympathize with her father, Piotr, who just wants what's best for his daughter and his family, who doesn't want to see the entire village stone her to death because they're convinced she's a witch like her mother and grandmother. You can't help but feel for her brothers who want what's best for her but are also concerned for their youngest sister who's very much normal. Basically, this is one of those fantastic books that I think is really well worth a read. It combines fairy tale elements with a more literary style, but does so in a way that doesn't feel pretentious or overdrawn or like it's giving in to one side or the other of the literary spectrum. I have nothing but praise for The Bear and the Nightingale. Absolutely nothing but praise. And I hope you take the chance to read it. If you have, you should let me know what you think. Go ahead and leave a comment in the comments section below. Remember to like and subscribe to this video. I hope you're having a fantastic reading week, and I will see you Friday with a Friday Reads. Bye.